Hey guys, Zach here, coming at you with another video. So today, I'm going to be going through my Nintendo Switch collection. I have over 30 games, and I feel like I've been talking a little bit negatively about the Switch, and I even said how bad the Switch is as in terms of hardware and all that. But I do really like the Switch. I like it a lot better than I like the Wii U, at least, now. And, the Switch is really starting to grow on to me a bit. I completely neglected my Switch in the year 2018 and the beginning of 2019, but once Mario Maker 2 came out and stuff started to actually come out, I really started to get back into my Switch, and I'm glad that I have. So let's get into my Nintendo Switch collection as of January 2020.
ZakPak, he's always there for you. ZakPak, only on YouTube. ZakPak, what will he do next? ZakPak, let's find out, 'cause it's on with the show.
So the first game I have here is actually the only big box game that I have for the Switch, and that's Layers of Fear Legacy. Now this is basically a limited run game kind of deal. It comes with the game itself. I'll take everything out, why not? This could be a long video if I want it to be. Cardboard insert, obviously. Comes with the game, obviously, as you can see here, Layers of Fear. It comes with a poster, which is actually a pretty cool poster from what I remember. I got this at Too Many Games last year. Hopefully I can go to Too Many Games this year. I'm in talks with my friend Hunter about hotel rooms and such. By the way, speaking of my friend Hunter, Derek's Game World, here's the poster. He's actually gonna be in my collaboration video that's coming out sometime soon. So definitely, I'm gonna leave links to all the YouTubers in the description of that video. But yeah, make sure to check him out when you get the chance. So there's also the poster there and the soundtrack, which I've kept sealed because I've never, I can listen to the soundtrack online really. But I actually have not played. Actually, that's a lie. I think I did start playing this game, and it seems pretty good from what I remember. I think I played it like last summer, when I was at my camp, and I think I remember it being pretty decently fun. So sorry, I'm trying to put this away now. So yeah, Layers of Fear Legacy is pretty cool. It's this game, obviously it's a limited run game, so you can only really get it physically if you look, and it's probably very expensive now. But it's a really good game. I highly recommend it. We have Doom. Sorry for the glare. We have Doom on the Nintendo Switch. It's a pretty cool game. It's Doom. I only played it a little bit. I didn't play it too much. But it's a first-person shooter horror kind of game, and it's pretty cool. If you like Doom back in the day, probably like this one because it's very updated, very modern. It's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. LA Noire. Now I actually haven't played this one yet, and funny enough, it's one of the games I do really want to play. Mostly because it's Rockstar. It's kind of like GTA meets 30s crime thriller or 50s crime thriller, and I really want to give this game a shot. But it's the download that initially turned me away from the game, because at the time when I got this game, I didn't have an SD card. So I didn't get to really play this game. Now that I have an SD card, maybe I'll actually play this game a bit. Though I got my SD card over a year ago, so I really should get on playing this game at some point. Next up is Wolfenstein II, New Colossus, right? Yeah. Now, this is actually a PEGI game. I think this is the first one. Yeah, this is a PEGI game because I got it when I was in the UK. It's another first-person shooter. I played a little bit of it. It's very story-driven. It's a little bit, what's the word? Obviously it's rated 18 PEGI or M, so it's it's pretty dark, but it's a lot darker than a game like, let's say, LA Noire. It's very dark in its subject matter, and it's pretty off-putting if you're not prepared for it. So yeah, Wolfenstein 2 is definitely a really good one. Next up here is The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. Now, I really like this game. And in fact, also, first of all, it comes with a manual. Like, that is so super cool. And it also comes with, like, reversible cover art. There's the regular, which one? Yeah, there's the regular one, and I had the cutesy kind of one because it's even more creepy. But yeah, The Binding of Isaac, it's such a fun game. It's basically like an arcade kind of dungeon kind of game, and I think it's really, really fun. I don't know how much this game like is nowadays. Like, I think it's probably like cheaper because like this is one of the first Switch games I got, I think, back in a couple years ago. But it's a great game. I love it. Highly recommend it if you like. And it's really difficult too. Like, it's really, really hard. So if you're into those kind of dungeon, really, really gritty and hard, and a little bit gory, a little bit weird and gross in some aspects, definitely play this game. It's a lot of fun. Next up, the disappointment that is Super Mario Party. This game just could have been so much more. It could have been so much better if only the boards were, if there were more boards, and if they were like a lot more clever. But I mean, it's not a bad game. It's like, compared to 9 and 10, it's pretty good, but compared to the past Mario Party games, it's really not. I'd play 1 through 8 above this one any day of the week. So yeah, that's Super Mario Party. Next up is Super Mario Maker 2. It's Super Mario Maker, but for the Switch. Don't know what really to say. I haven't really, like, made too many levels. I've really only played levels. And I thought I would make a lot of levels because I'm kind of more creative in that aspect. Like, I could probably design a good Mario level if I wanted to. But I've been more so spending my time playing them rather than making them. So, either way, Mario Maker 2 for the Nintendo Switch. Pretty good game. Next up, Mario & Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Now, I still have the receipt in here. I actually haven't played this game yet. I've been trying to get around to it, or wanted to get around to it, but I'm just not much of a strategy game kind of guy. But I think like when I got it, it was like what? Probably like $20 or something like that. Yeah, it was $20.69. So, you know, I couldn't say no at that price for a Mario game, you know. But it's just not my cup of tea, probably. I mean, plus the Rabbids humor isn't really my kind of humor. I mean, you guys already know that if you've watched me, you know, if you watched me talk about Luigis Mansion 2 and how the ghosts in 2 are basically like the Rabbids. But yeah, Mario & Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Haven't played it, but it seems like a cute little game. Maybe I'll play it one day. I don't know. Next up, South Park: The Fractured But Whole. Now this game is, that warranty card scared me. It's a warranty card, right? Or whatever that is. I actually, for some reason, like, this game is kind of like Mario & Rabbids, where it has like the tile-based combat system. I kind of wanted to play Stick of Truth more, but that one didn't come out physically on the Switch, which really sucks, because that's the one, you know, I wanted to play. But South Park: The Fractured But Whole seems like a really, really cool game. Just hopefully I can get more into it. I did start playing it. I just didn't get too far. Maybe I'll put a little more time into it and, you know, actually beat it someday. I don't know. We'll see. Next up, Splatoon 2. Great game. It's an absolute gem. Now, people are wanting a Splatoon 3. I don't think we need a Splatoon 3. Just add more content to 2. Like, we don't really need a 3. Like, they did the Octo expansion, like, last year or 2 years ago, whatever it was. I think if they just do more expansions and, like, just offer, like, give some more maps or something like that, I think Splatoon 2 could last the whole Switch life cycle. I don't know why people want a third game. To me, I just think it's pointless when we have a perfectly good game here. I mean, it's very much like the first one, so maybe if they made a third game, they could change some things, but nevertheless, I think Splatoon 2 is a very fine game, very fine addition to the Switch, and hopefully they don't replace it too soon with 3. Next up, Mario Tennis Ace is an absolute disappointment of a Mario Tennis game, in my personal opinion, but everyone is entitled to their own opinion. I just think this game is disappointing. There's just nothing fun about it. You know, the tennis is good, like, it feels good to play, but the courts are generic and bland. The story mode sucks, and it just doesn't speak out to me. I'm not a fan of this game at all. Yoshi's Crafted World. Funny enough, I haven't played any more than I've shown on my Zak plays, but I really should. It's actually a very cute game. It gives off Yoshi's Story vibes, which I really, really like. Because Yoshi's Story is my favorite Yoshi game. And I think Yoshi's Crafted World is a decent little addition to the Switch. And yeah, Yoshi's Crafted World, pretty good. Next up, Crash Bandicoot: The Insane Trilogy. I started playing the first game. I got a decent amount of the way through. It's Crash Bandicoot. I know Spyro's out. I don't have Spyro, but I didn't really grow up with Spyro, so I'm probably not going to get it, like maybe unless it's on a discount or something. But Crash Bandicoot I loved when I was a kid, especially the one, funny enough, that's not in this one, Twinsanity, which I know is like the last of the considered to be like good Crash games. Like after Twinsanity, there was like, you know, it kind of went downhill. But this game is very, very good. Love the game. Yeah, not much more to say really. Next up here, Bendy and the Ink Machine. I like this game quite a bit. I finished Chapter 1. I believe I started Chapter 2. It's fun. It's a good game. It's creepy. It's horror. It's teen rated, so it's not like too adult. But yeah, it's pretty good. Don't know what really else to say besides give it a shot. You can only get it at GameStop though, so get it there or, you know, online. And if GameStop goes out of business, then, well, you know, won't be many more of these then. Alright, so next up is Luigi's Mansion 3. What? Well, it's in my Switch. What more is there to really be said about this game than I'm indifferent to it? I definitely like it more than Dark Moon, but to me it just falls short in a lot of different aspects. But if you like Dark Moon, you'll probably like this game because it improved on so much from Dark Moon. To where if you didn't play the original, or you know, or didn't grow up on the original, and that's not the one you fell in love with, then this game's probably great to you. But given that I grew up with the original, and that's the Luigi's Mansion I wanted a sequel to, not Dark Moon. You know, like, yes, they added back boss, like, portrait ghosts. They added those back, and they made it, you know, not mission-based. But I think the not mission-based thing, like, should have... That's not something you could say is because they were listening to the fans of the first game. That's more so of, that would be horrible on the Switch. But nevertheless, Luigi's Mansion 3, it's a good game. Just, if you're a huge fan of the first game like I am, it's just not my cup of tea. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Lots of good things to say about this game. Great character roster, great stage selection. Obviously, there's like almost every single Smash stage, every single Smash character, and it's just an overall great experience. Can't wait for the 5th fighter for the DLC pass. I'm recording this before the character gets announced, so obviously, you know, if this video comes out after it gets announced, then, well, you know. But yeah, so Smash Bros. Ultimate. Resident Evil Revelations Collection. This contains Resident Evil Revelations 1 and 2, and it's fun. I played 1. I didn't play 2. Actually, I don't even think I have 2 downloaded, but I did play 1. Very, very fun. Resident Evil, it's kind of a mix of the classic horror style and the more action-based style. It kind of mixes the two very well, and I think it works really, really well in Revelations. Yeah, so Resident Evil Revelations for the Nintendo Switch, pretty good game. You just obviously have to download the second game, you know, so make sure that if you do buy it used, keep in mind that you'll probably only get the first one. Next up, Outlast Bundle of Terror. Now, this is also another limited run game. Now, Outlast is a really scary horror game, and I've always wanted to play this game. I started playing it. It is creepy. Maybe I'll do like a Halloween stream of this game this Halloween, you know, because I really want like a legitimately creepy game to do for Halloween, and I think, or maybe not a stream, but like a premiere or something. I think this game could be a really, really fun one to play through on Halloween. But either way, Outlast, really, really fun game. I think it's great. But, you know, like I said, this is also a limited run game, so it's probably super expensive online. I got it for retail price. It was like, what, $40 or whatever. And if you want to get it, you'll have to go into the Switch eShop for this one. But yeah, Outlast for the Nintendo Switch. Golf Story. This is a gem of a game. I hope that Limited Run does a physical for Sports Story when that comes out. But Golf Story is a gem of a game. It basically takes Mario Golf Advanced Tour's story mode and makes a full-fledged RPG game out of it. And I think it came out really, really, really well. And that's saying something because it's vastly different in a lot of aspects from Mario Golf Story mode. And I just think it's brilliant. I love it. I think it's great. So yeah, Golf Story on the Nintendo Switch, an absolute gem. This is also a limited run one, but they're more easy to find. If you go to like a Best Buy, you might see this one. If you go to a Best Buy and you see it, definitely pick it up. Highly recommend. Next up, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Now, this game is so much fun. Definitely my favorite Mario Kart game. Double Dash being second. This is great. This is an absolutely great game. So many great characters added, new items added. There's just so much added to this game that regular Mario Kart 8 didn't have, truly making this a deluxe version of the game. Like, you know, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze and New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, they only added new characters like Nab, or not even Nab, I think it was Toadette in New Super Mario Bros. And Funky Kong, but this actually added extra content, actually making it worth the $60. So yeah, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, great game, highly recommend. I can't recommend this game enough, I really can't. Next up, Toe Jam and Earl, Back in the Groove. I actually have not played this game yet, but I really, really want to. It's such a nostalgic 90s style game. And you know, like just look at the artwork, like that just screams 90s. And I grew up with this kind of thing. I played this game called Little Howie's Little Howie's Playhouse, and it was like these educational games for the PC, but they were released in the 90s, and if you just look at the intro cutscene, it's just so 90s, like, it's awesome.
It's this night to slowly around the slush and through the slime. I know where I'm going to Little Howie's house.
I think it's fastest tree stump that looks a bit like Frankenstein.
I know where it is, so don't complain.
And this gives me those vibes, and I absolutely love it, and I cannot wait to give this game a play. The game that started it all, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I beat this game. I didn't get every single shrine or every single Korok seed, but I did every single Divine Beast, went in, beat Calamity Ganon. I had so much fun with this game. I cannot wait for the sequel, especially if it's going to be darker and creepier and be more gripping and possibly have a better story. It's going to be so good. I cannot wait for the sequel to this game. It's an absolute gem. If you haven't played this game, what are you doing? This is like one of the must-buys on the Nintendo Switch. Love it. Probably my favorite Zelda game of all time. I love it so much. I mean, same can be said with this game too. Mario Odyssey. Absolutely revolutionary for the 3D Mario series. This game is just so much fun. Now, like with Zelda, I haven't 100% gotten every single moon. I don't even think I've seen every single world. Like, you know, I know there's more worlds after you beat the main game. I'm at Peach's Castle, and I don't really know where to go from there, but nevertheless, such a fun game. Absolutely love it. Highly recommended if you're a 3D Mario fan. I really want them to do a sequel, but I do want them to, like, do something different. I don't really want, like unless they evolve the capturing mechanic, I don't want more of the same. I want them to evolve the formula. So if they do a sequel to this game, I really want to see them evolve what this game has done and make it even better. But nevertheless, Super Mario Odyssey is a top-notch A-tier game, definitely. Next up is Little Nightmares Complete Edition. Now this is PEGI 16, I believe. It only got physical releases in Europe, I think, and maybe Japan, I don't know. I just don't remember this game getting physically released in the United States, so I had to import it. And this game is a lot of fun. It's very short, but it's a cheap game too, so, you know, you can't say much, but it's a cute little horror puzzle-y kind of game where you play as a little girl named Six, I think it's a girl, and you complete these little puzzles to get to this house. You're very, very small in a very big world. Think of Chibi Robo, but, like, creepy. But, yeah, Little Nightmares, such a cute little charming game. I'm very happy that I have this one physically. Next up, Namco Museum Arcade Pack, another one that I got the European version of. It's just a pack of a bunch of classic arcade games. I always played PacMan on this. Like, when I got this for Christmas last year, I instantly went to PacMan. I think it was World Championship, right? PacMan, Championship Edition. I instantly went towards that because I've never played it and I wanted to play it, and it was super, super fun. But yeah, Namco Museum Arcade Pack, awesome. I think they have a couple other ones. I think I might be wrong there. Maybe I'm wrong there, but nevertheless, this one, if you like classic arcade games like Pac-Man, Dig Dug, Splatterhouse, Rolling Thunder, then you'll probably really like this game. Has-Been Heroes. It's a dirt cheap game now. This is literally one of those games that came out, I think it was like a GameStop developed game, It came out, people played it, everyone forgot it existed. I even forgot it existed. I completely forgot I had this one in the collection. So, yeah, has been heroes for the Nintendo Switch. Another one of the first games that I ever got on the Nintendo Switch, Super Bomberman R. I played this one quite a bit. It's Bomberman as you know it, just on the Nintendo Switch. This wasn't exclusive until it went to the other consoles. But it's a fun game. If you like Bomberman, you'll enjoy this game. I'm not a huge fan of Bomberman. It's just that there wasn't much out at the time. So I got this game. I didn't want 1-2 Switch. It looked boring. And way too expensive. But I still don't have 1-2 Switch. But anyways, Super Bomberman R, pretty good game. Just not my cup of tea. Disgaea 5 complete. I think they've released multiple Disgaea games on the Switch now. But I'm not that big of a fan of the Disgaea series. I'm not much of an RPG guy, as you guys know. But, I mean, I think I did play this game for a little bit. I think I put in, like, an hour or two into it. And, you know, it's an RPG. Just not my kind of RPG. Just not my type. But if you're a fan of the Disgaea series, then I'm sure this is right up your alley. Next up here is LEGO The Incredibles. Now, this one I mostly wanted because, it had The Incredibles 2, which I got this on the day that The Incredibles 2, the movie, came out, which, funny enough, was my birthday, almost 2 years ago. And I think it's a pretty good game. I completed the Incredibles 2 campaign, and I was in the middle of the Incredibles 1 campaign, but I think I just stopped because there were other games that were coming out that, you know, got a little more attention than this one. So maybe I'll go back and actually, like, complete the first movie's campaign. But I do wish that they actually made, like, an actual regular game for it rather than a LEGO game. But, nevertheless, I can't complain. It's The Incredibles on the Nintendo Switch. I love it. It's cute. It's fun. Next up, Octopath Traveler. This is printed box art. It's not like, you know, it's paper. It's, you know, not like regular, you know, box art. But I actually did not get to play this game, funny enough. Like I said, I'm not much of an RPG guy, so I really didn't sink my teeth into this one yet. I've heard about how good it is, so maybe I will. But at the moment, I just got other games I should probably play before I play this one. But it looks cool. It looks good. You know, it takes the 16-bit sprite art, but actually kind of evolves it to make it like a cool, like 3D game. It looks pretty cool. I like the visual style of the game. So I just gotta, you know, give it a shot someday. Lego Harry Potter collection. Now I like this game a lot because it's Harry Potter and it's Lego. And it actually takes the console Lego Harry Potter games, which I never played. I always played the handheld Lego Harry Potter games. So it's nice to actually be able to play both of the console Lego Harry Potter games on the Nintendo Switch on the go. I just hope that they announce that new Harry Potter game that's supposedly coming out. Hopefully they announce that for the Switch in the near future, but we'll have to wait and see on that one. Next up is Human Fall Flat. I have a feeling the cards are everywhere. I have a feeling the cards, yeah, they're kind of out. There we go. So, yeah, Human Fall Flat. It comes with some trading cards and such for the game. I think it was 4 cards. Yeah. It's a cute game. I just didn't really get to play it much because it's definitely more of a co-op experience. It's definitely one that you want to play with a partner, just simply because it's like, it's stupid fun. It's like, it's not meant to be taken seriously. It's just one of those games that seems more fun to be played with friends. And this is the one and only super rare game that I have. All the other limited ones are from limited runs. So, yeah. So Human Fall Flat. I did play a little bit of it. It's cute. It's fun. But I think it'd be better if you had someone to play with. And then lastly, the one you guys saw in my video game pickups video, my last one, is Tales of Vesperia. Now, I always say I'm not a big RPG guy, but this game I'm definitely going to sink my teeth into. I love the Tales games, or at least Tales of Symphonia I thought was really, really fun. And if Tales of Vesperia, actually I also played Tales of the Abyss on the 3DS, so I'm probably going to like this game quite a bit. I can't wait to stick my teeth into it. I might do a Zak Plays, I don't know. I've never done a Zak Plays of an RPG, so it could be like a million different parts. But yeah, so that's it, guys. There's my 3DS games. How many do I have? I have 5. There's 10, then 15, then 20, then 25, then 33. I have 33 Nintendo Switch games. Let me know if you guys liked any of the games that I showed off, or if you want any of the games. If there's a game you haven't played yet, a game that you have played and you love, or a game that I don't have that you love that you'd recommend for the Switch, let me know that all in the comments down below, guys. And until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video.